Hello, Pre-Cal. Are we ready for some trigonometry? Today we're learning about the law of sines. The law of sines is used to solve oblique triangles. Now you might be thinking, what does oblique triangle mean? It means not a right triangle. Okay? If you have a triangle that is not a right triangle and you're given two angles and a side, you can solve the entire triangle, all the angles, all the sides. Okay? So the law of sines written out is sine of angle A over side A equals sine of angle B over side B equals sine of angle C over side C. Okay, so that's how we're able to get these triangles solved when we only have two angles and a side. So if you have two angles, you put your angles in, you put your one side in, and then you solve for the missing side. Okay, so we're going to keep, okay, so let's say we're given a triangle that's not a right triangle. It has degrees or angles of 63, 51. It has a side over here, and the triangle is RST. Now remember, lowercase letters are for the sides, and side S is across from angle S, and side T is across from angle T. And that means this 13 is going to be called side R. All right, so here's how we solve the triangle. First thing to do is get the angle that's missing. So right now we're going to subtract 63 and 51 from 180. Okay, and we get that this angle is 66. All right, now we can solve any of the sides. So we're going to use, for this, we have R, S, and T, right? So sine of R over the side R equals, and you can choose any one to start with, so we're going to go with T. So it's going to equal sine of angle T over T. Okay, so now filling in, sine R, angle R is 63, so this is going to be sine 63 over side R, which is 13, and it's going to equal the sine of angle T, which is 66, over T. Okay, so from here, we cross multiply 13 times sine 66. Okay, 13 times sine 66. And then you end up dividing by sine 63. Okay? So that equals 13 times sine 66 is 11.876. Divide that by sine 63. And we get 13.32. So that is going to be the side length of side T. 32. All right, so that's our side T. Now to find side S, we set up a similar thing. Okay, so we're still going to use sine R. Okay, so this is R, and R is 13. And we're going to set it equal to the sine of S, which is 51, and dividing by S. So cross multiply would be 12 times sine 51 divided by, sorry, not 12, 13. 13 times sine 51 divided by sine 63. And that's going to equal 13 sine 51 divided by sine 63. That gets us 11.3. So that is the length of side S. Okay, real simple. Okay, let's do one more, and then you're free to work on your assignment today. Okay, again, not a right triangle. This angle is 103. This angle up here is 35. This side is 20. And we have triangle JKL. Okay, figure out what this angle is. Subtract those from 180. 180 minus 103 minus 35 equals 42. Then use your law of sines. We need to solve for side L and side J. So we're going to use the sine of K, which is 103. Okay, that's K. Put that over 20. The reason we start off that, because that's the side we know. So we have to have this one side filled out completely with the other side having a variable in it. And then if we want to figure out side L, sine of L is 35. And we put that over L. So cross multiply, 20 times sine 35 divide by sine 103. And you get 11.7. Rounding up, be 11.8. So side L is 11.8. Then we use sine of K again, sine K over side K. Solve for side J. So sine of angle J is 42 divided by side J. Cross multiply, 20 times sine 42. And divide by sine 103. Okay, that comes out to 13.73. Rounding down, so J is 13.7. So just like yesterday, you're going to have multiple answers to these problems. So you're going to have an angle and two sides that you have to figure out. So the answer to this one would have been L equals 11.8, J equals 13.7, and angle J equals 42. Okay, so when you're writing this up in the Google Doc, just use lowercase and uppercase letters, and don't worry about putting that angle symbol in there. It's not necessary. But I put capital letters just so you can differentiate from ones and L's and all of that. Okay, so this concludes today's lesson. You're free to work on your assignment, and have a great day. Bye-bye.